Hey guys, Bill Soriano here, and this is my weekly recap video for the week of April 6th. Trades using my 100%, my damn near 100% objective 4-hour supply and demand zone trade plan. This is the free PDF you get with that trade for that trade plan. It has all the rules. It has 2 videos there for you to follow. Also tells you if you want something that's more done for you, shows you how our community and the company that we're with, our lead educators and master trainers with the company are sending trade ideas right to an app on your phone. Video here shows you that. And then there's another video here shows you everything you get if you do decide to join our company and our community. But the trade plan itself is free. 2 videos here. There's 1 video here, 1 video down here. So 2 videos. And then I do these weekly recaps and then weekly market overview. So there wasn't only one trade last week that I was able to take. I initially lost the trade, got back in. And I'll explain my reasons for that. Probably shouldn't have did either of those two. I probably shouldn't have taken any trades last week. But I did decide to take the one, and I'll show you, that trade, show you a couple other pairs that we're setting up for trades. And then since there's not much to go over, I might also do the market outlook for next week. Just go through all the pairs and show you how I'm adjusting my 4-hour zones and my alerts and all that stuff, and any fibs that are already drawn. So again, this is the objective trading plan here. You get, if you don't have this PDF, there'll be a link in the description area of this video to get it. No big deal there. And also, when you do join our community, if you decide to do that, you get our impulse process sheet right here. Has everything you need to get started, even if you're a beginner. But there is a fee to join our company. It's a monthly subscription. And those videos there, this video here, like I showed you, will tell you what you get and how much it'll cost. All right, so let's get moving here. GBP was the trade that we took. So if you look at my demo account, again, these trades are being taken on demo. I'm not giving you signals. I'm showing you how to execute a trade plan. Again, there's some work involved in it. It takes about 30 minutes a day, sometimes a little bit more. And if you want something completely done for you, then you want to, like I said, look at joining our company and our community. Let's just look here. Closed positions for the week. That position right here, we lost $994 on the demo account. That's because this is a $100,000 demo account. So we're risking 1% of our capital per trade. And currently, we did get back in the trade. You could see here that we're up $600, and we are holding this trade over the weekend. And again, if you're trading on the higher time frame like this is, you'll get less trades. The news won't affect you so much. You don't want to get in any trades, obviously, 30 minutes or 30 minutes before, 30 minutes after any high impact news on any of the pairs that you're trading. The US dollar news affects all pairs. But once you're in the trade, you're usually safe because we're taking these trades. These are 4-hour setups, and we're taking the trades on the 1-hour time frame. So usually okay to hold them over the weekend as well. And so let me just show you this one. I got this on replay here, and I struggle with replay a little bit, like I always tell you. This is the 4-hour zone right here. So this zone, let's see here, where okay, so that was the 4-hour zone at that time that we were looking for price to come back to. If you look again on the 4-hour time frame, look at the moving averages. Price is above the 800. That's the dark blue, and the 50, which is the teal, is above the 200, which is gray. That tells us we're bullish, right? And then we use the Lux Algo Smart Money concepts. All this is in the videos in the PDF file. So if you don't understand what I'm talking about, you got to watch those videos, guys. So let's just play this forward here, see what happens. Okay, so there, look at that big move down. So here on the 4-hour time frame, this candle here, this impulse is down. It closes below our zone. Now, if you get one 4-hour close below the zone, it's not that bad. If price immediately goes back in, But in this case, we get a second candle, a third candle, a fourth candle, fifth candle, a sixth candle, and then finally, we get price moving back into our zone and moving up. So really shouldn't take this trade. This was not a good trade to take because what happens is there was no zone underneath it. Okay, so the next zone was all the way down here. Now this area here that I have highlighted here, this is just imbalance. I looked over here, I seen all of this, I seen this imbalance here. You could see this impulse candle here. You could see the imbalance generated there, right? And so I said to myself, okay, if I do take this trade, we could kind of use this area of imbalance here as our zone, and we could put our stop loss right below this area of imbalance here, right? Well, actually, I'm sorry, I was looking at this area right here. First, there was this area, so I figured, hey, and then there was this area. So I kind of was trying to put it at the beginning of this area of imbalance right here. And so let's just go to the 1 hour here. And you could see that right here we get we're looking for what? We're looking for that buy shift on the 1 hour. So that, again, this is in the video training, but that's when the yellow EMA, which is the 5, crosses and closes above the red EMA, which is the 13. Okay, let's just shut this off for a second. So we get that right here, that candle there. If we drop down to the 30, right, not on that one, but we could see that we did get a change of character right here on the 30-minute. It's a very, very weak one, but we did get it on the 30-minute, this high right here. This 30-minute candle closed above that high, pulled back, and then went higher. We also get it on the 1 hour here eventually too, with this candle right here. Okay. But okay. So then we set up our, we know we want to do what? We want to draw our fib from here to here, right? And we know that our 4 hour zone for our take profit is going to be all the way up here somewhere, right? It's all the way up here. So we know here that if we get in this trade, this looks like a pretty good trade. Even if we get in at the 61.8 level, right? Our take profit's all the way up here, right? And again, we would put our stop loss, we were going to put it right down below, basically right on this imbalance level here, somewhere around there. And so let's see what happens, right? Price comes in, gets us into the trade, and then look what happens. It goes right through that area, and this wick here goes all the way down. Okay, so it goes all the way down to fill this imbalance all the way down here. Okay, you see this little bit of imbalance that was left right there. It came all the way down and filled that. So again, the first thing is if you're following this trade plan correctly, you're not going to take this trade at all because you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 4-hour candles closed below your zone. You can have one at most. You can get one closed below the zone. As long as the next one closes inside the zone, goes back the other direction, you're fine. This one didn't do that. Okay. So now I lost the 1%. So I said to myself, well, here's what I'm looking at here. This is the 800 EMA right here. And this is what we use to determine the trend, right? The 3 EMAs, the 800, the 50, and the 200. Notice how you get support at the 800. You get all these wicks going down, but price can never close below that 800. So that's why I decided to get back into the trade, right? So I did get back into the trade. And like I showed you here, you can see where I got back in. I just took it as price was moving up, right? And so we're currently up about half of 1% on this pair. So that's what that looks like. But again, probably shouldn't have taken any trades at all this week. So we'll have to wait and see that how that works out. Now, another pair that moved into the zone was GBP NZD. Again, if we look at the 4-hour time zone, we see what price is. You can see it's bullish. Price is way above the 800, 250 is above the 200. This is our zone right here. Don't like these big impulsive candles coming down into that zone, right? That kind of makes you think, hey, the trend's probably going to change, right? So let's shut off the replay here right now. And so you can see what happens here. Price actually comes down, goes right through that zone, and we get one candle now closed below the zone, and there is another zone right below it. Okay, so this pair is a little different in that we do have another zone right below it, and price has come down into that zone. Now, if we drop down to the 1 hour here, when price hits our 4-hour zone, we never get that buy shift, right? That yellow EMA, that 5 EMA, never crosses and closes above the 13. So we never get that buy shift. And like we showed, price comes right down into the next 4-hour zone. Okay, so we can then highlight this 4-hour zone. And so this is a different type of trade than EUR-CAD or GBP-CAD in the fact that there was another zone down. So now we're just trading from this zone. Now we're still okay, right? Price is still way above the 800. And even though the 50 is dipping down, it's still above the 200 as well. Now, sometimes as price moves back to your 4-hour supply or demand zone, this 50 may cross the 200 down or up, depending on which way it's going. And that's still okay as long as price remains above or below that 800. Okay. So this trade now, we're looking at this for next week. So we're going to look for this. First thing we need is a buy shift, right? So we can set an alert for that buy shift on the 1-hour time frame. We want that DeLorean EMA, and we want Keller 1, right, to cross up over Keller 2. And we want that at the bar close, and we create that. So that's alerts is set. When that alert goes off, we could drop down to the 30-minute, check to see if we got a break of structure or change of character on the 30-minute. And if so, then we can go back to the 1 hour, wait for price to pull back, and then we can set our fib to start to look for a trade opportunity. Right? Now, another pair was EUR-CHF. And again, here on the 4-hour time frame, right? You can see here, let's just shut off the supply demand zones for right now. Price is below the 800, the 50 is below the 200, right? And what happened was we did get a new zone here. We had our alert up here, but then we got a break of structure to the downside on the 4-hour, which gave us a new zone, right? Price came back to that zone right here again. Don't like the impulsive candle coming back there into the zone. But if you drop down here, right, drop down to the 1 hour, and you do get a shift right here on this candle, right? We get that sell shift where the 5 EMA crosses and closes below the 13, right? After price moves higher. Drop down to the 30-minute. We do have a change of character there. So that allows us to draw our fib from the high here to the low, okay? And you can see how price is pulling back, but doesn't quite get back to the area that we wanted to take this trade, okay? So this is one we have to look for next week. So again, the only trade we did take was in GBP CAD. We really should not have taken it. We lost the trade. Again, price violated our zone, and we have multiple candle closes below that zone. So we should have stayed away. We didn't stay away because I took the trade. Shouldn't have taken it, but I took it. And so I lost the 1%, and then I decided to get back in the trade, and currently up about 0.5%, and we're holding that over the weekend. That's essentially the weekly recap for the week of April 6th, right? 2025. And so since this was a short video, I'm going to go through the overview kind of for next week, which is the week of 4/13, April 13th, 2025. And we're just going to look at the other pairs to see if we need to change our alerts or if the trend changed or anything like that. So this is AUD, CAD. Again, we need to be on the 4-hour time frame. And we also want to put our Smart Money Concepts order block indicator on. Okay, so you can see price is bearish and our zone is still right here with our alert. I'm just going to do this quickly, guys, just showing you again. Price is still bearish. The trend bias is still bearish. We have no new breaks of structure down here, so our alert is still set up here at this 4-hour supply zone. AUD JPY, same thing. Same thing. Still bearish. This move down here did not close below this low. So there was no new break of structure to the downside. We're still looking at this alert. We're still looking at this 4-hour supply zone up here. AUD NZD now, this one, we did get a break of structure to the downside here. This candle right here does close below the wick of this candle over here. So this gives us this new zone right here. Okay. So since that candle does definitely close below there, we're going to move our alert down to here. And we're going to highlight that zone. So that way, when we shut off our order block part of the Smart Money Concepts indicator, we'll still have that highlight. Okay, AUD USD. Okay, this is just something I was drawing on here, but we're still bearish and we're still waiting for price to come up to this supply zone right here. CAD, CHF, same thing. Bearish. We do get a break of structure here to the downside, but the indicator does not give us a new order block zone, so it doesn't give us a new supply zone to trade from, so we're going to stick with the one that it's giving us up here. CAD JPY, same thing. We're looking for price to come back to there. Now we have a bullish one, CHF JPY. Price moves higher here. It moves up into these 4-hour supply zones up here. But we're looking to trade this long, and our demand zone is down here. Okay, we did get a move higher, but the indicator is not giving us any new demand zone right in this area here. So we're just going to wait. And we're going to use this one. EUR AUD. This one is bullish as well. And again, we're waiting for this zone down here. EUR CAD. This one now did move higher. We had a break of structure alert set right here that we can get rid of. And so when that happened here, you can see that we get a new zone. Okay, so we're bullish. And what we could do is now we can grab this alert and we can put it up here. Not sure what this line here is for, but we're going to highlight this 4-hour zone right here. And so that's what we're going to wait now. So we have a new demand zone for EUR CAD. EUR CHF, we already talked about that on the weekly recap. EUR GBP, this one is bullish. Again, the indicator does not give us a new demand zone in here, even though price does move up and break structure here. And this has to do with the swing point settings, and that's just how it works. So again, in order to make this trade plan damn near 100% objective, right? We have to rely on the indicator. Okay, we have to rely on moving averages to tell us the current trend bias, and we use the indicator to give us the best supplier demand zone to trade from on the 4-hour time frame once we determine the bias. EUR JPY, this one right now, price is above the 800 and the 50 is above that 200, but this is not a valid zone. The indicator is giving us this zone. The problem is, guys, it's not a valid zone because we need to get a break of structure here to the upside in order for this zone to be valid. So, in the rare instance where the indicator gives us a zone that it shouldn't give us, I will nullify that zone and not trade from it. But if it's not giving us zones, I don't add any in, okay? So this one, we don't have a flag on here because we're just going to wait. EUR NZD, this one is obviously bullish. And again, we have this demand zone down here, right? We did move higher, but the indicator didn't, may have given us a new demand zone here, but price then went right through it. So let's just look at the replay to see. Just play this forward here. Price goes higher, but it never gave us a new demand zone. I just wanted to see if it did, but it didn't. So this is the demand zone down here, EUR USD. You see here how this one moved higher and we got a new demand zone to trade from. So that's where our alert's at, right? We also had the old demand zone down here, and we leave that highlighted because like I showed you in the one pair, sometimes price will move down through the first one and it will actually go into the second one. And although it nullifies or invalidates the first zone, the second one is still valid, right? GBP AUD, this one also is bullish. Not sure what this line is for here. Let's see if I can get rid of that alert. So this alert is set right here, right? And again, we have an alert. We have a zone also highlighted down below there. And we should probably just highlight this whole area here as well because price could come through that one zone and into this big area down here. And as long as it stays above this 800 EMA here, we're still looking to trade it bullish. GBP CAD, same thing. Okay, this is the trade that we took, right? We shouldn't have traded it, but we did, and we're currently in the trade. And the other thing is, look at this on the 4-hour, the 50 is below the 200. So normally that's not an issue, but we need to keep track of that to see what happens because moving forward, we may find that we lose some of the trades or a large percentage of the trades, I should say, where that would happen. Price stayed above the 800. It never closes below that 800. So that's why we're still bullish on this, even though the 50 has dipped below the 200. Price never closed below the 800, right? We got several wicks down below there. The price always closed above it. GBP NZD, we talked about that already. GBP CHF, this one is bearish, right? And let's make sure our indicators are both on, and this is the only supply zone that we're getting. So it didn't give us a new supply zone in here, even though this looks like a pretty good area. We're not going to mark it up. Here we got this move down, so we got this supply zone to trade from right here in GBP JPY. GBP USD is bullish, and we're waiting for this zone down here to get hit. NZD CAD is bearish, and we're waiting for this zone to get hit. Again, we're on the 4-hour time frame, identifying what the trend bias is based on these 3 moving averages and which 4-hour zone to trade from based on what the indicator is giving us. That's what keeps this damn near a 100% objective trading strategy. And everything, again, if you just got on, is in this PDF file, which you get free access to, right? NZD-JPY is also bearish, and we're waiting for this zone right here to get hit. That's where our alerts are at. NZD-USD, okay, this one was bearish. It moved into this 4-hour. Let me just make sure. Actually, let me just see something. For some reason, that's not a zone. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure what happened there. Let me just replay this real fast just to see. Okay, so right here, this was a 4-hour zone, and that's why I have it marked up. So I'm trying to figure out why it disappeared. The price so the wick goes through the top of the zone. So because this wick goes through the top of the zone here, that zone disappeared. Um, but to us, it's still a valid zone, right? So this is still a valid for our supply zone to us because we didn't get a close outside of there. And we also have another zone right above it as well, which goes way back here. So let's just highlight that as well, because price may eventually go into that zone. But the one thing that's concerning here, and the reason why we don't want to look for a trade in this pair, is because price is now above the 800 EMA. And that's why I have this circle, okay? So I'm really not going to look for a trade there. There's going to be other pairs that will be better to look at, right? USD CAD, this is bearish, and we have this zone right here with this alert that we're waiting for price to hit. USD CHF, same thing, bearish, but our zone is all the way up here. We got this break of structure on this move to the downside, but it's not giving us any new zone here. USD JPY, bearish, and we're waiting for price to come up to this zone. So that's it, guys. I put these 2 videos together this week because there weren't a lot of, didn't take a lot of trades. So I showed you the weekly recap for the week of April 6th, 2025. And then this was the overview for next week, which is the week of April 13th, 2025. Again, this is in my free, damn near 100% objective 4-hour supply demand zone trade plan PDF. Make sure you get that, download it. There's the rules. There are 2 videos, a video right here. You just have to click on the images. I probably need to put a little sign in here that says click here. You have to click on those images to get to the videos. Again, this is something takes you about 30 minutes a day. If you're looking for something that's completely done for you, you're going to want to watch this video right here where the lead educators and experts in our company actually send trade ideas right to an app on your phone. So you don't have to do any analysis. You get the trade ideas right to the app on your phone. You decide whether or not to take trades. And if you're interested in that, you want to join our company and our community, watch this video here, right? Shows you how much that'll cost and what you're going to get. You get a tremendous value with that. We also have our secret podcast right here, which is 10 short videos that you can get access to for free. And of course, this PDF and this damn near 100% objective 4-hour supply demand zone trade plan is free as well. Have a great day, guys.